Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Hold your power.
Decided to go into pre-law, then journalism, and with no academic focus, my grades took off in their own direction. You will fail at some point in your life, accept it. You will lose. I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. You will embarrass yourself, you will suck at something. There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. I didn't quit. I prayed. I prayed. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break.
Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think I have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day.
We won't stop. We will not stop.
Sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now.
See this? How you cannot go
Baby,
here?
baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled
who
to
are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Hey family, how is everybody doing? Come right on in, you guys. So today is let's see here. Today's the 17th, February the 17th, 2023. You guys, we are going to talk about we're not going to talk about all the updates, but we're going to talk about the updates in the Lord forgive me, Tyree Nichols case. Okay. And so, she says there's another boy named King missing from Atlanta. We are also in Pecosha. So you guys, I'm sorry that I missed Wednesday, but I told you guys that I had some training to go to and everything went well. So we're going to talk about what's been going on And where is it going? In the Tyree Nichols case, you guys. Now, first of all, hey, Margie, I see you in the building. Sanjawad CV's in the building. Lisa Taylor is in the building. We got Phyllis D. Hart in the building. Go on, girl, with your bad self. We got Andrea Dupree in the building. You know, we got our family in here. Zena is here. Ruby Turner is here. Oh, yes, I see you guys. Thank you guys for coming on in. Coming on in, we got Lisa Taylor. I see I'm moving up, and I'm trying to move up fast. Didn't hope I didn't miss anybody. So things are starting to hit the fan. I'm just telling you guys, things are starting to hit the fan. And so, yes, Purple D, I miss you guys too. And we got Purple D over here. We got Dee Dee over here. We got Lisa Calhoun over here. Lisa Taylor over here. You guys are supporting the channel. And you guys know how it is. We got Amari over here. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Did I miss anybody? Did I? Lisa Calhoun, Amari, Purple D, Lisa Taylor, and Dee Dee. It doesn't show me nobody else. So that's what I got. So let me tell you, because things are starting to happen. So first of all, I did take notes, but I do want to share something with you before we go in, because I know somebody's going to come in here and they're going to say, did you hear about such and such? Okay, so I'm just going to let you guys know right now, we're not going to talk about this other case. We covered it. We covered it for a very long time, but I'm just not going to talk about it because it's a very emotional attached to it. The family is called respect. We didn't get a good return. So it's just like, no justice was done. We're not going to just talk about it because that's just like putting salt on a wound. So you'll have to find it somewhere else or look for it somewhere. So if somebody come in here and they're like, hey, and I act a certain way or whatever, I just be like, no, yeah, I heard about that. Okay. Quote, I heard about that. You'll know what I'm talking about. Okay. But we're talking about Tyree Nichols right now. So, and that's what we're going to stay on, because when you don't get the justice that you feel you deserve, or you may deserve it, I don't know. I don't like to, it's not just about a story to me. You understand what I'm saying? People's feelings is involved in everything. So we're going to respect that. And I know some people's like, what you talking about? Yeah, it's like open wounds. You got it. It's open wounds. It's really bad. It's kind of like when we heard about Braylon. We didn't just go on and we didn't get justice on Braylon. And that's it. Let's move on to the next. You know what I'm saying? Those are open wounds. Those are open wounds that when you don't get justice for a child, that's what they are. And they don't close up by themselves. So talking about it, it just makes you angry and mad and hurt and emotional and all of that stuff. And we're going to always support the families that don't get justice. And those of you that know what I'm talking about, know what I'm talking about. And then, and we're going to respect the families. Now, on Tyree Nichols' case, 5 officers went to court today, you guys, and they pleaded not guilty. But I got something to tell you about this case. This case is you guys, it's finna get very nasty. It's finna get very nasty. You guys are not going to believe. I told you guys at the beginning, some people was like, no, it's the girl and the baby and the man and the girl. They when we spoke to the father and he said no, I said, you know what? I really had to think, because sometimes, some people don't know their children, or, the kids let them know whatever they want to think. But like I said, and I said from day one, that, you know what? This got nothing to do with no woman in some baby mama drama. Come on, just because we're African American don't mean that it's going to be some little petty stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is bigger than what you guys ever thought it was going to be. And I told you, this got to do something with oppressing the people down there in Maryland and keeping them oppressed. This got to do with power and drugs and control and money. Period, point blank. That's all it's got to be. Ain't got to, you could have, you know what? If you was a BMW and you was driving down there, I mean, you know what, if you was a black man working, whatever, and you had a car, sooner or later you're going to get stopped. Hopefully, they hoping that you probably, you know what I'm saying? That's what I think it was. Day one. And I've always said that. I think it was, they've been doing this, everybody down there, and bullying everybody down there. And if you seen the press conference that Ben Crump did, you would have been proud to be African American, because that man told it, and he told it like it is, and he dropped the mic, like it was hot. He was like, this stuff was salacious, and I was like, what the heck? You know what I'm saying? I mean, he blew the roof off when he got done talking. But the mother stood up and she said they went to court today, and all the 5 officers pleaded not guilty. Everybody seen it. They pleaded not guilty. Now, and she said she expected it. I mean, what you gonna say? Yeah, I did it. I mean, you wouldn't be in there if you said, yeah, you did it. You would just probably just be in front of the judge and take your sittings like a grown person. But they're saying that they didn't kill him because that was not like something they planned to do, to go and kill Tyree. It could have been anybody driving down the street. Okay. And one of the guys, he wasn't there at the beginning. So he did offer help, saying, can you breathe? Probably not in an appropriate way. He was like, yeah, can you breathe, ninja? Or whatever or something. He wasn't trying to. So they can miss me with, oh, he tried to, render some kind of help, aid for assistance for his life. But that but there's other officers in another precinct that was there that now they got 5 days off. That's all they got, because they didn't even respond. I mean, they came to the place where it was all happening, the location, and they wasn't even supposed to, but they came. And so their boss is like, I know they wish that they hadn't came and all this other stuff. And blah, 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 blah. But check this out. Hey, Freddie, how you doing? So check this out. But they didn't even help the guy either. They just letting him do it. Like, this is what we do. You know what I'm saying? You guys, come on now. Check this out. Exactly. Cherie said anyone that had something that was halfway looking nice, they were stopping him, picking on him and stuff. And remember at one time they said, hey, did he have anything on him? They was like, no, he probably threw it when he ran, acting like that's why he ran. You know what I'm saying? He was running for his life. That boy was running from his life. He was running for his life. He didn't know what. I mean, he pleading with him. What are you guys doing? What did I do? And all this other stuff. Thank you, Sanja Watts. Yes, we in the building. So check this out. Check this out, you guys. I'm going to share some stuff with you, because some of you family do not have time to search and look for a lot of stuff. And some stuff comes to me. So I'm going to share something with you. And I said this once and I said this twice. I've never believed that this has anything to do with a baby, because I spoke to the father. Some of you guys was was around when I was on the phone when he called. I was live. I wasn't live on YouTube, but I was live on Petition. And so you guys heard the conversation too. One thing that we have to take in consideration when we're speaking to family, we have to take into consideration their voice matters. What they're saying is we're trying to get, you're not, see, my hair is going to do what it wants to do today. It just is. If I can find something to put it up, I will. Because it's trying to just make me mad. Hold on. Let me see if I can find a pen or something. Something. Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo. Okay. And I got my shirt on. I got my shirt on. We are the champions. We are the champions. Anyway, so let's just check it out. People were saying that there's this woman, and we know the woman, who they're trying to talk about, and she's African American, and exactly. When the father told me that this is, and he was trying to stop all the craziness, because this is what happens. We get in this rampage that it's got to be little bitty petty stuff, and it's not little petty stuff. This is huge. This is way huger than them just killing an African American man for just driving while he's black. This is huge because this just opened a big can of something bigger than we even acknowledge that's been happening. I'm telling you guys something. If you look back, last time we came on here, Monday, I showed you a picture of, it's on the thumbnail of Preston and another one of those scorpions. And they come from North Carolina, where she originally were at, which I did not know. So they recruited particular people for this job. Okay. Now, I can't remember where I found it out, but I'm going to tell you guys. One of the officers, his name is Emmett III. His attorney asked them to preserve the evidence. This is the evidence that they asked them to preserve. He asked them to preserve, and this is the TRYE Nichols case, pictures, text messages, contraband, drugs, and cameras. Now you got to think, why would his attorney ask them to preserve contraband and drugs and video? Come on, somebody talk to me. Contraband, drugs. We ain't heard nothing about no contraband and drugs. And I may go a little bit too all over the place, but his attorney said, preserve all of it. What drugs? What drugs you talking about? Because he didn't have none in his car. And you guys said, he ran. He must have threw it when he ran. So, and he ain't got nothing. They're waiting for the toxicology test to come back. He ain't got drugs in the system. His family was like, no, not that boy. And you know what? I believe him. So what drugs are they talking about? What contraband are they talking about? When you talk about contraband, that's taking something in a place that you're not supposed to take it, or taking it out. Okay. He says, I had something to me happen with Memphis police, and I'm from Germany, had paid lawyers, got sponged out. Yes, because they beat me up. And, you know, I heard that the Scorpions had something to do with young Dolph death. You guys, when I heard contraband and drugs, I said, here we go. We're going to get the truth, because not all 5 officers is wanting to have the death penalty. Because one thing we do know for sure, Tyree died at the hands of those officers because of them. I believe, and this is just what I believe, this is what my theory is, and I've said this from some day one, and I'm going to say it again. They were shaking everybody that came through there, and they were the biggest bully, the biggest drug dealer, the biggest gang, and they were setting themselves up, and they were getting paid. Do you not know how much Miss Davis, the chief of police, makes a year on the people in that town? $250,000. Some people say that's a lot of money. Some people say it's not a lot of money. I think, that's a lot of money. She knew exactly what they were doing. She recruited them. She knew exactly what they were doing. You can't tell me somebody that put together this group and then had the nerves to call it Scorpion, and then she was going to disband the group. You're not even talking like you got sense, honey. Just break it up, or just we're just gonna discontinue it. But you're not even talking. You're talking like they're machines. Disband, dismember. You know what I'm saying? Because you know why? You got to look at the words that they're using, because they was designed to keep the people in there oppressed, depressed, and while at the same time filling their pockets with money. They were like, but they did a lot of things good. And now this shadow that's giving us a black eye. You know what? The things that they did good, they got 500 arrests in the first such whatever. How did you do that? Nobody else did that. How did you do it? Illegally. You cannot be the police doing stuff illegal and then say how good you are. They're going to have to go back under all of those cases and look at them. Tyree said she had a group in Atlanta. She wasn't trying to disband them until she came under fire. Exactly. At first, Dee, she said, I'm not going to stop and I'm not finna stop the Scorpion unit. It's premature. I've seen the video and everything. But then after this, she got to talking and people got to saying, hey, you tripping. She gonna come and say, it's very disturbing. You seen the video and you didn't say it was disturbing. You seen the video and you didn't say it was disturbing. And hold on. Here's something else. There's more videos, you guys. They're not done with the videos. You ain't seen all the videos. You seen the 4, but there's more videos. Okay. And they're saying that they're going to release those videos too. You ain't seen all the videos. And those 2 cops that came from another unit, another precinct or whatever, another route or whatever they were, they turned off their body cam too. This is what police do. Why go get them cameras if you're going to turn them off? They should have it where they cannot turn those cameras off. They cannot turn them off. When you walk out the door, it's on. You turn it on, and if you turn the camera off, guess what? You locked out of your retirement and you get fired. That's it. That's what they need to do. Because that's the only thing that we have. The people, not black people, all people. I'm just saying, in this situation, This is the black people that was being suppressed. But all people, kids, everybody, you, me, your mama, grandma, getting stopped from them killing you and nobody knows. So why go buy all and put all this money into a camera and they can just turn it on, turn it off? Oh, because I'm finna act ignorant. So this is what they do. They be like 10-4, or they cover it. They cover it with their hand. Like, oh, this is an act. Then, you know what I'm saying? Come on. You already know you mischief when you're doing stuff like that. We the people we're paying the tax money. We're paying all this money. Every time when you go to the store and you buy bread, that's taxes. Every time you work a job, that's taxes. Every time, you know what I'm saying? Every time you pay your house payment, that's taxes. Your car, taxes. And they're just, I'm this, I'm that, and killing your kids. No. Let me go ahead and hide this camera so they can't see what we're doing, cutting up the volume of the audio so you can't hear what's being said. The minute that they don't see your camera, you know what? We're going to give you one chance only. If you do it again, you're done. You get out of here. You'll get some training. You'll get some education, a teaching moment. Let's call it a teaching moment. But if you're in a situation and we can't see what happened, you know what? Don't even come in tomorrow. Just clock out and go home. We just need to see. That's what we're paying for real. That's for everybody. I'm getting off, but okay. So there's an act that they're wanting to put in place. It's called the Tyree Nichols Police Reform Act. And if you're in that area, vote on it, because it's almost the same thing that George Floyd died about. You know what I'm saying? We need to vote these things in. And if somebody, you might like them because they're the same color. You might like them because, they tell a good joke or whatever. But here's the bottom line. When your kid gets stopped, could your kid be the one that don't come home? Come on. Sometimes people don't get it until it's home. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you guys, and the ones that don't vote, start voting. Start teaching your kids to vote. Vote these people out. If they sitting there talking about we down in the Tyree Nichols Police Reform Act, don't vote them in. Don't vote them in. It's like just say, for instance, if you believe in abortion and I don't believe in abortion, but okay, you're a candidate to be the governor and you believe in abortion and I don't, I'm not finna vote for you. That's against everything I believe in. Period, point blank. I don't care how many promises and how many $200 you're going to give me at the end of the year. I don't believe in that. So you know what? I'm not going to vote for you. Anybody else on there? I don't care who they are. As long as it's not you, because you're against everything, that I stand on. Okay. So voting is very important. We're going to have to start doing that. The people that ain't doing it, do it. If it's just one person in here, go out and vote. Come on, do it. Okay. If you never voted before, just try it. It ain't hard. You need some help, they'll help you. Just go show them your license. You got to register to vote. And you can do that on the phone. You can go down there to the social service place and tell them, I want to register to vote. You can do it at the mail, at the post office. You can do it at the library. I want to vote. How do I get registered? Boom. They just get your information, send you a thing, and then you just go vote. That's it. Okay. So, a lot of people died so we can vote. So come on, you guys, let's vote. Start voting. So here's some of the things that they said. So the mom said that when she went to court, the 5 officers wouldn't even look at her. They said she wanted them to just look at her because what they had did to her kid, and they did not even want to look at her. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's more videos, there's more recording. They said the mother want to know why Preston was not charged too. Hold him accountable because he took and ran after him. That's a part of it. Guess what? You're a part of the pack. You didn't catch him. You tased at him. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Just because you didn't hit me and you did this and you did that and you chased after me and you got my you know what I'm saying? And I'm running for my life and everybody played a part, gets some kind of charges because y'all wrong. And I'm going to tell you right now where they're going to go. I'm going to tell you where they're going to go with this. Some of the officers are going to say, well, I didn't know what was going on. You know, we don't go and ask questions like, did you read them right? Did you ask for the license? I mean, things happen so fast. It's a fast-paced type of job. We get there, we get the call, we ask questions later. So we get there, we helping each other because we are law. So that's, you know, that's going to be part of a problem that they're going to have to deal with. But like I said, you know, if you came to take me to the store, but you didn't know I was going to go in there and rob it, that's a whole different stuff. But as you see me robbing it and you join in, you're part of the equation. You feel me? You're part of the equation. Somebody got to have some common sense. You got all these officers. Nobody's going to ask the question, what happened? Why? What did he do? Did you get his ID? You know, I know it's too early when the things is happening to say, you know, yeah, I got his information. Only thing they're saying is, I hope they stump his A. Because that's what you guys do. You know? Ben Crump says that this was a pattern practice. This guy, Demetrius, has taken pictures before. Why every time y'all beating people up, y'all taking pictures and sending them to people? You get a bonus? Get some contraband? Get some drugs? Hey, Sipping in Lounge. What's going on, Monique? I don't know why my thing is not going up. And I appreciate you, Lisa Calhoun. And who is that? One in the millions in the building. Maury. Sarah Bess, how you doing? They have used excessive force multiple times. And it's just something that they do to get what they want. I believe without a doubt, and you can believe what you want to believe. And if you want to call in, the number's right there. Anybody can call in anytime they get good and ready. We got 30 minutes. I'm just going over some of the notes here. That they were shaking everybody that come through there looking for them drugs. Because if you look at everybody that had a complaint, the officers was like, whose pound is that in the car? And dude like, what pound ain't? He's like, oh, I'm just playing with you. Ain't no pound in the car. You know what I'm saying? This one dude got a big old knot on his head. They done, you know, ain't even ask him his name. They wasn't even asking people. They just pulling people out, kidnapping people, beating them up. Give us this, give us that. Do you know that? Just shut up. Just don't say nothing. Such and such. It could have, and they also could have been doing this to just strange people. Sometimes hoping to catch a break, that it was somebody that had a record. She said, and they only turned in half of the money they confiscated. Could that been some of the contraband? I don't know. Contraband is like taking something in or pulling something out. Who's calling these shots? Who's calling these shots? So you want to know, you know how sometimes when the police is looking for, he's not looking for the little man that's selling the dime bag or whatever. He's not looking for the little one that's selling this. So I don't know what they sell now, but that's in my day, that's what they used to sell. You know, he's looking for the big man. He looking for the big man, no, not the one that got the pound, but the ones that got the, so many pounds, 40, 50 pounds, 100 pounds, 1,000 pounds or something. Anyway, I think some of the drugs that was in the police department has been placed right back on the street. Selling weight. Thank you, Miss Philly G. You guys know what I'm talking about. Y'all from the street. Y'all know. You can't tell me you don't know. You cannot tell me that. So, they said Demetrius this was not his first time taking pictures of people that they have done some stuff to. And they want a swift process. Now, anything they're saying, it won't happen at the end of this year. We're in February, so you're looking at 8 more months. It's not going to happen. The mother says, people around the world is praying for her. They sending her cards and you name it, and this is how she's getting by. And she's got, I think, 3 other kids. And if she break down, then who's going to take care of her kids? You know what I'm saying? She got to stay strong for them. And her child was a sacrifice for this to come out, to be exposed. And we're not going to let his death be in vain. Just not. I don't know why the thing is not backing up. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you. Hit them hearts over there. Thank you. So they better start listening to these jail recordings. Exactly. Exactly. So let me see what else. So they want the policy changed. They want the autopsy. I've seen stuff go left, even when some people come out and tell the truth. The people that's lying get away. They get 3, 4, 5 people to engage in their lie with them. And that brings benefit, a reasonable doubt. Because why would 2, 3, 4 people say the same lie? Because they will. Because they eat from the same plate. You know what I'm saying? That's why. That's why 5 of them can do that and go home and sleep at night. That's why 5 do that. You know what? When that father spoke to me, and I'm going to tell you something. Him and his wife look good together. They look good together. Very distinguished. Very beautiful. She's beautiful. She's a beautiful mother. He's standing right beside his wife, being the man that he's supposed to be. And she's being the wife. She said, me and my husband. Ben Crump was looking kind of a little different. He's starting to wear them hats and cocking them to the side, y'all. I was like, oh, I never seen that before. But, we look at stuff like that, and we look. They're saying now Ben Crump is the new attorney general. And you know what? I was so proud of him. I was. I don't know if you guys seen it. Anybody see it? Put a 1 in the chat. I was so proud of him. I was like, you go, boy, you go. He was like, this is all this is. They did this because, this was excessive force, everything. And he just went on and on. They was like, well, why do you think this or this, that, and got nothing to do? And the people on social media, and I'm just being honest, when the family tell you to stop, stop. Because that is harassment. And it don't help the case because it just don't. And I know how hard it is. Yeah. I believe Ben Crump will be the next pretty much, Jesse, Martin Luther King type of person. He's in that field now. He's got a name for himself. And some people say he did this wrong. You're not going to be able to please everybody. You know what I'm saying? Now, here's the thing when it comes to certain people, and I look for what's going on. Do he got any charges of doing this and drugs and doing that? And you know what I'm saying? Beating his wife, how many times he been married and how many kids he got from how many different women and what's the story behind it? You want to know all of that stuff. Because, people do got a life and they do get into stuff. Then you make your decisions if you like them or not. But if he's fighting for something so that your child or your grandkid won't get stopped and beat down just because he's driving wild, whatever, let's all come together and support, what's going on. You see any news on this case, click on it and watch it. Click on it and watch it. Even if you're busy doing something, click on it and go wash the dishes. But watch it. Support. Because people like him, they got a target on him. Lisa says, Ben Crump is my role model. Name demands respect. Yes, his name does. Because they're putting their life on the line, going after these people that's suppressing the people that we love. We love brown people, white people. This could have been a whole different, just think if this was a group of black officers, which it was, and they just beat a white boy. I'm just telling you, just think about it. You want to think about something, think about that. It'd be a whole different ballgame right now. Miss Davis would be in handcuffs. And they will have a big attorney there, and they would have already settled out of court by now. It would have been 30 days. It would have been 30 days. So he's got a lot of work ahead of him. And I've heard people say some negative things. And no, something of this nature has never happened to me where I've needed his assistance. But I'm just telling you guys, it's hard to go against something that is embedded in people's mind. They think they're right. Do you know people think when you try to tell them and correct them, like you can't be covering up your camera. You can't just drag people out the car. You can't. They sitting there talking about, no, we're not guilty. We're looking at the video. You're guilty, whether you meant it or not. You're guilty. He's gone. He's not coming back. The mama says she wished this was a dream. Somebody can wake her up. And it ain't going to happen. Because this is life. It may not be for you right now, but shoot, you just maybe a day short. Because you could be in the same situation. I'm just being honest with you. Anyway, what else was it that let me see here. I do want, everybody, because this is a group, we love the Lord. Whether you do or you don't, that's on you. I do. But majority of the people in here, they do, or they love their God or whatever. But pray for the family. Pray for the mother. Keep her in your prayers. My mama used to tell me all the time, she start crying, she looking at something or whatever, and she just start crying. And I said, Mama, what you crying for? She was like, by the grace of God, there go I. I was like, what are you talking about? She said, you'll understand when you get old. By the grace of God, there go I. When I got older, I asked her again, what did that mean? She told me, if it hadn't been for God, that would have been me. That could be me in that situation, or that was me, but I made it. I made it. You know, out of domestic relationships, out of the ghetto, you know, out of, poverty, out of being beat, kids taken, whatever it was. And she says, because it rains on the just and the unjust, you guys. It do. That boy was going home, minding his own business. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And now their family is dealing with all of this because 5 officers couldn't just mind their own business and do their job. They came out looking for a weak individual in unmarked cars, mask on. Basically, what robbers do, when they want to hijack your car, you guys know how it works. When they want to hijack your car, they come up to the car, they say, break yourself. You be like, well, you be like, well, I had some people come up to my car and I had to put my car, because my kids was in my car. I had to put my car in reverse and bounce up out of there. And they was laughing because they come across the street. So you'll slow down or stop. And then they start putting guns all up to the car or whatever. You're going to give up the car. You're going to give up. You just don't want you. But this area that I was in, I kind of was like, I just put the car in reverse and I was in. I can't even drive in reverse. But guess what? I drove that day. They were finna hijack my car. And then I went home and I was so scared because you can't call the police because you don't want them to come and get you or whatever. But they would come across, you know what I'm saying? And they were just waiting. You know when something's finna happen. Anyway, I went home and I called my mom and I told her, I said, yeah, I almost just got hijacked. And she was like, you did? How you know? Girl, you know when they're coming and they're going to stop your car and they're going to take your car and they're going to take you and you don't know what's going to happen. You just don't know what's going to happen. And so she was telling my brothers about it. And my brother said, hold on, where was you at? And I said, I was on 12th and such street, Spruce. I think this is Spruce or Minneapolis or whatever. I said, Minneapolis. I think it's around about the 12th in Minneapolis. And he was like, hold on, sis, hold on. Let me make some phone calls. So my brother made some phone calls. This is how small this world is. And I'll just keep it real with you guys. You guys know I'm always going to tell the truth. My mother had raised another boy in our family. Now, remember, my mother didn't raise me, okay? So his mother had died and all my brothers were at the house. And when his mother had passed away, for the state don't come get him, my mother took this young lad in. I'm not going to say his name, but anyway, she raised him. She fed him, gave him, clothing, sent him to school, and life went on. Nobody said nothing. Okay? And when he got old, 17, 18, whatever, he went in the world. I don't never know what happened to him or whatever. But anyway, he is now big. in the streets. But this was one of his boys. This was his gang. They owned that block. Anyway, he was telling them, y'all, when y'all see my sister, you see that car again? You don't touch it. And then when my one brother passed away, he came to the funeral. We was giving each other hugs. We hadn't seen him in a long time. But I mean, he lives in California, but you know, he comes into town every now and then or whatever. But like I said, that's what boys do. But anyway, you guys, that's what they do. They tell you to break yourself, get out. They don't care you got kids in the car. And this is what these cops did. They whoop, and then he stopped and everything. And they was like, probably, you know, turn off the car. And he turned off the car. He rolled his window down. The officer comes to the car. He snatches the door and snatches him out. That's it. And you know what I'm saying? He's like, what did I do? What did I do? What do you mean? Don't ask me what you do. You know, like, this is how stuff happens. You know, you find yourself in situations like that. And I'm going to tell you this without going into a long story. I'm going to tell you this. You never know when stuff is going to happen. I'm saying this to somebody that's going to need this. So listen, you never know. Sometimes when you have that feeling, just get out of there. I don't care. I don't care you at your home. I don't care you in your car. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get somewhere safe, because this world is not getting better. But I'm telling you this because these situations has happened to me in the last 24 hours. So just get out of there. And you can thank me later. You can say, you know what, girl, you were told. Guess what? And I remember what you said, and I got up out of there. I'm telling you, you find yourself in a situation just like that, and you thinking, yeah, I can handle it, and things can go from sugar to salt. You know, some people you can't reason with. Some things you ain't gonna understand why they doing what they doing, what they acting, just, you know. And I'm gonna say that some people be saying, well, look what happened to Tyree. You know, get out of there, run. I've had to run multiple times when I got my jaw broke. You think that dude that was gonna kidnap me and I see him, he wasn't gonna let me live. I ran for my life to live another day. But I mean, why me? Why not you? You know what I'm saying? Why not you? Things happen to us so that we can share these things, that we understand everybody ain't perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm never going to be perfect. I thank the Lord above for everything that he has given me and provided. And I wish that everybody have a beautiful Friday. It is Friday. Happy Friday, you guys. But I guarantee you, we're going to have to do things better. If you in that area of the Tennessee police, you know, Memphis area, vote. I'm pretty sure some of this, me and Papa's gonna. I said, y'all say you always say you're gonna go down there. I'm pretty sure we're gonna go down there for this one. I'm pretty sure we're gonna support. I'm pretty sure. I'm also gonna go down to the Jacksonville area too. But because that's close down that way when we go. But I've been to Tennessee before. I've drove in there before, so I know my way. Hey, this is SP.
Hey, lady, you're not on online, are you?
I'm on live.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, you heard about Tyree's case, right?
Yes.
Oh, boy. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll talk to you later.
All righty.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Anyway, you guys, I will see you guys, like my grandson said, in the next video. Anybody got any questions, concerns, comments, complaints, anything of that nature? We're going to keep going. We're going to keep striving, do better. Pray for this family. Pray for Mrs. Wells. Pray for her. Don't just say you're going to do it. Pray for her. I'm serious, you guys. And I will see you guys Monday at the same time. All right. Bye.